guys, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and we are headed out on a Monday. Another ride along, and thank you guys for joining. We do this usually 3 days a week, if not more. Depends on the outcomes of those 3 days if we need to get more. But today our episode is going to include, not limited to, but include 3 ways to increase your odds of getting additional tips. So we'll talk about that. We talk about anything and everything associated with DoorDash, whatever pops up throughout the dash. Usually it's associated with accepts and declines and different things like that. So we'll talk about all that. But the main focus in the title of this video is going to be 3 ways to increase your odds of getting additional tips. So be sure to follow along, see how we do, give me your thoughts. If you agree, you disagree, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm still learning. With that, I'll give you a little bit of background. I've been doing this since January of 24. I do believe I've already hit Dash now, but I don't have any orders as of yet. So we usually go out for about 6 hours, but I'm going to cut it a little short, around 3.5 tonight. So fingers crossed we can get in there and make a little bit of money. And then I'm going to go out of town on Wednesday, so no more dashes the rest of this week. So it's going to cut into my spending money, but that is the way it goes sometimes. So right now, just to kind of give you an idea where I'm at, my goal is to accept all the orders, no matter how bad they are tonight, because my AR is down to 72. My completion rate is 100. My on time is down to 82%. That kind of ticks me off because a lot of it is restaurants not having their stuff ready when I get there, and DoorDash doesn't seem to care. So quality 100, customer rating 4.99, day deliveries in the last 30 days 169, and lifetime deliveries landed right on the number, 3,000. So 3,000 lifetime deliveries. Just hit it. Today's Monday, so I hit it on Friday night, right at 3,000. I thought I had more than that, but maybe that last order was the one that hit me over the top. So yeah, I don't know that I'm proud or not proud of that number, but it's a good number to achieve, I think. I know there's plenty of people out there that have achieved a lot greater numbers and got there faster than I have. I feel like I've been relatively consistent with this, and it's gotten me a lot of what I want over the last 1.5 years. So sometimes and I'll talk about what I use DoorDash for. Different people use it for different things. Some people don't have a full-time job, so they make all their money off of DoorDash. I do have a full-time job, and I use it to pay what my full-time job won't pay in my bills, and I use it for travel money. So if I want to go on a trip somewhere, then I go on a trip and I use DoorDash money. So last year I made $14,000 doing DoorDash. Now obviously had a lot of expenses associated with vehicles, gas and maintenance and all that fun stuff, but still took home in 1099 money 14,000 plus. And I will tell you that even with my full-time job, I got all my tax money back because this DoorDash helped out with because of my mileage. So my mileage knocked down that 14,000 to where it was nothing. So much so that I probably showed a loss I don't know. I don't pay attention to that much, but I do know that I got all my taxes that I paid back through my regular employer. And granted, I had some other things like a student in college, and I claim one kid and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, but I did get all that money back. So I don't know, but I do think that I got money back from DoorDash, or because of DoorDash. If I didn't have DoorDash with those losses on the mileage, then I would have had to pay more in taxes, or I wouldn't have got a refund. So anyway, but yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff we do chit chat about. I've been through ups and downs with the way I treat like AR. I follow different people on YouTube. I follow different people on Facebook, or I jump in some DoorDash specific Facebook groups and see what people say. And there's always those people that are the naysayers. There's people that are, they struggle, and ultimately for me, it's a way for me to make extra money. And I'm 55, soon to be, I'll be 56 this week. That's crazy. But yeah, I think about, like, I have this full-time job. It doesn't really pay 100%. It probably pays 95% or 98% of my bills. But I still need that little bit of extra. And then I have these wants and desires to go traveling and stuff. So my girlfriend and I, we just in May, we went for a month-long trip to wherever we went, Portugal, Lisbon. So we got an apartment for the month, and we stayed there. And needless to say, I didn't get the DoorDash that month, so it kind of cramped my style. But I did get to see amazing things, eat amazing foods, do a lot of walking. Not that I don't do a lot of walking at home, but it's different when you're somewhere else. You see new things every time you walk around the corner. So many different languages spoken in Portugal. It is kind of interesting in that regard. There's lots of, they talk a lot about immigration here. They talk a lot more about it in Europe, I promise you. We don't have the same problems that they have in Europe. Now, we could have the same problems. It just depends on who's in office, right? But I can tell you this, that a lot of the people in Portugal, that they're poor, but they're not as poor as the people that are immigrating there. And that takes a big toll on the people. Alright, so I'm going to have to pull over and send a work email here, it looks like, because somebody's sending me a request. So I'm going to jump off here real quick. I'll be right back. You guys won't even notice it. And I'm driving all over town, no orders. So I don't know what the deal is with a Monday night. But we'll hope for some orders here. So just bear with me, sit tight, and we'll be right back. And just like that, we are back. So I am not sure what's going on with DoorDash. It's already I've been on here for like 25 minutes and I've gotten no orders yet. So I've driven and driven and driven. So one thing I can tell you that posted some stuff on a Facebook group in the last couple days, and just asking people if they were, when's the last time they got $100? And some people are like, $100 tip? And I'm just like, no, $100 in a day. Granted, I go 6 hours in the evening, and my goal is to hit $100. I don't get I get it fairly regular in a 6-hour shift. There's some people who don't get it, but I don't know how long they go. They don't really say. Some people in some areas make way more money than I do here. And I'm like, dadgum. So, I don't know. I just wonder how that works, and if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's just the area. A lot of mine, I think, has to do with oversaturation of drivers, because a lot of drivers don't like to drive in Little Rock, so they'll come down to Benton and Bryant and deliver. Other people I found that come here from other parts of the state. I talked to one guy sitting in a Papa John's, and he drives over an hour here and an hour home every day just to DoorDash in this area. And so and I know like that's their quote unquote full-time job. So it's an interesting dynamic. And one of the things that I know that I've read, that at least I understand it this way with the new, they've sent out emails, and I haven't fully understood it all, and I'm really looking for more info on it. And I know they've already implemented in different parts of the country this whole new way of gaining status and boosts and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know how all it's going to work, but the logistics of it sound like maybe that your AR might not mean as much, because you're going to have other areas of focus that also give you priority. But I don't know that for sure how it's going to work. But it's all based on a point system, and it's interesting. I'm interested to see how it goes. And it was supposed to go live here on August 21st, but then on August 21st they sent an email out and said, "Oh, we're just kidding." No, they didn't say that, but they just said that they're going to change. They're pushing back the date. They're making some more tweaks and this, that, and another, and they'll let us know whenever it's ready. So I don't know how far it's going to go back or anything associated with that. So that's interesting in that happened. So I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, I don't know. All that being said, I still don't have any orders. I'm driving down into Benton. But yeah, a lot of people do have, in other areas, seem to get a lot better orders, a lot better days. I had one person send in that they had $290 in 14 hours. Now, granted, I don't do 14-hour days, but $290 in a 14-hour day, I do 18-hour plus weeks, and I get $300. So it's roughly the same dollar per hour, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, it may just be that I need to turn around and go to the house because I'm only working 3.5 hours and I've gone 30 minutes without a single offer. So I'm going to hit the old I'm not getting any deliveries button, and it's going to tell me, oh, well, duh. I'm not getting any deliveries. And it just kind of flashes on there. What's interesting, I'm just going to go and kill DoorDash. I'm going to go into a little parking lot here. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. And normally, this is very odd. So you're still dashing, blah, 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 blah. Your order streak, you had 10 straight deliveries with 100% order accuracy. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to settings. We're going to apps. If I can find it, apps, and we're looking for the Dasher app. I have to do this every once in a while because somehow it freezes up if you go into the GPS and then out and then back in on a dash. It freezes you there and won't let you out. And I'm like, what the heck? There it is. Okay, force stop. Okay. I don't see any kind of, let's see if we have any storage, clear cache, and then just back out. Launch it again. And it still thinks I'm in there. Still thinks I'm dashing. Looking for offers. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It is acting a little weird. Not getting deliveries. The app is working. You can go to a hotspot to receive orders. And I can tell you this. There are hotspots, but they're few and far between. But yeah, it's never, well, I run into issues like this from time to time. Rarely does it ever start out this way, where I don't get anything. So I don't know what's going on with that. I do have internet. Well, I think I'm gonna stay over here. I'm gonna go up into Benton, drive over by this place called Yum Yum. Drive back through Benton. I don't know. Yeah, it just might be that I get on here and we talk about things for a little bit and then I go to the house with no order. So that is a rarity for me. I don't know. I really feel like there's probably something going on with the app, but I don't know that for 100% certainty. It's just weird. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this dash because I'm not getting anything. And we're just gonna say end dash. Dash now to check for offers. Average offer wait 5 minutes. So I'm going to hit dash and we're going to say till 8 o'clock. Verify your identity to continue dashing. What? Oh my goodness. Why is it doing this crap? I can't do this while I'm driving. Alright. Alright. I'm going to hit pause and see if I can figure this out, and we'll be right back. Alright, it says my identity was successfully identified, so there you go. I don't know. I have no idea what that's about, so we'll see. Alright, so before we go any further, I am going to, thank you guys for coming today. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe. Number 2 is we have affiliate links down in the comments and in the description. One thing I have in there is a what is that? A Cliff Bar, white chocolate macadamia nut. So I eat these all the time, usually when I'm dashing. So inside that affiliate link, there is a I don't know what I see on this phone. If it's the phone or it's the camera. But there's like a dark spot right there, which is very weird. So yeah. Hold on. There we go. I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, so the affiliate link, there's I use Linktree. So I just started using it about I don't know, a month ago maybe, and made some changes to it recently. So check that out if you have a chance. One is I have my Amazon affiliate on there, and has cool stuff. And it's just an extra way for us to make some little bit of extra gas money in that. So if you have a chance, even if you don't buy something that we have listed, then just go on there and purchase whatever you need to purchase on Amazon, and we get a commission on it. So the most of the orders that we've gotten so far is they haven't purchased what we have on there for DoorDashers, but they purchase other things, and then we still get the commission. So it's kind of a nice feature in that regard. So if you have a chance, do that. And the very first thing at the top of the list is my daughter's in Japan, and she is designing like a t-shirt of the month, a design, and we're just putting it on a shirt. So if you happen to have an opportunity to take a look at that, the proceeds, the earnings from that go to her to help her out with just everyday expenses over there. She hasn't been able to find a job, and we kind of, I don't know, I didn't really expect her to be able to, but I also just didn't want to burst her bubble. But I'm just trying to help her out to find out ways that she can make money online and not necessarily have to get a job. So fingers crossed if you guys want. I wear these shirts all the time. This is not one, this is a soccer shirt, but I wear like my Facebook page for my foodie page called Tip Top Shoe. I get shirts off of there for that all the time. My son made a design for Taco Tuesday that I wear a shirt. We did a shirt with a picture of our dog on it, and I wear that one. So I don't know what else. A lot of the ones. Oh, we used to do a farmers market, and we had a logo for that and everything. So I'm getting shirts from there a lot, and we make neighborhood shirts for our neighborhood, and we put them out there for people to look at those and sell them or purchase those as well. So anyway, just take a look at that. It's $21. She gets about $10 to $11 for every shirt that you guys look at or purchase. And yeah, it'd be helpful if you could do that. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm sitting here in the parking lot of Yum Yum with no orders. I don't know or comprehend what's going on. Either the DoorDash app is broken or I am broken on the DoorDash app. So, not getting any deliveries. And as soon as I click it, it flashes off and it takes me back to the DoorDash page. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's frustrating, but I'm gonna go drive through town. It is kind of a rainy night here in Benton tonight. So we're gonna just kind of try to stay safe and turn the headlights on like you're supposed to. Anyway, so if this is just going to be a DoorDash tips and trick, turn it into a tips and trick video. That's all it might be. So my tips and tricks for today, and I said the title of the video is going to be I say it 10 times and I'll say it different all 10 times. So 3 ways to improve your odds of getting additional tips by the customer. Okay, a lot of debates going on out there. It's like, how do we get DoorDash to pay us more money and all this other stuff? And I'm just like, for me, I have this thought that DoorDash is going to pay us what they're going to pay us. And the only real opportunity I have to increase the odds increase my pay is increase the chances that the customer will give me a larger tip because I do such a good job for them, right? So 3 things, and I have to think about the 3 things, but 3 things. Number 1 is communication. Okay. So I try to communicate, and I send them a message. I usually send them 3 different messages. 1, when I get to the restaurant, to let them know, hey, I'm waiting on the restaurant. Number 2, when I get the food loaded in my car, I let them know that I'm headed that way. And number 3, I let them know when I'm there. So 3 different messages, and I tend to send some cheesy memes with those because I like them and I think they're funny. So my hope is that the other people will think they're funny, and a lot of times they do think they're funny. So here's my very first order, and it is a Pizza Hut $2 order with 1 mile. That is so aggravating right there. So yep, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and accept it just to kind of get off the snide here. It's only 1 mile, and $2 is better than nothing. I hate accepting $2 orders.
Drive southeast on Jameson
and there's
Street.
My speaker going off like crazy, so I gotta figure out how to get back to the Pizza Hut without hurting myself or anybody else. Alright. This is what I also don't like about doing these tips and tricks while I'm driving, because I'm always interrupted by actual door dashing. So number 1, communicate. Number 2, take care of their food. DoorDash is doing cheesy things by putting things like, hey, hold the pizzas flat at all times. Well, obviously they do it because people don't do the right thing, right? If you have the warming bags, put the food in the warming bags. Get you a pizza bag. You can go to Papa John's usually has them. Maybe Little Caesars might have some. Other pizza places, if they do a lot of pizzas through DoorDash, they might have extra bags. So just keep that in mind. That's a possibility. And number 3, get your food there on time. People don't want to sit around and want to wait on their food all night long. So, and obviously DoorDash tracks all of these things. They might not track the communication as much, but they do track the on time and as to some extent they make you take pictures of your pizza bag. So anyway, so those three things I believe help me get additional tips, and I think they can help you as well. So try that out. Be consistent with it. Communicate, and then make sure their food is handled properly, and make sure you get there on time. So anyway, I'll throw that out there. If you guys let me know what you think about that. If you have any other tips, throw them in the comments. And yeah, so I'm gonna go grab this order and we'll be right back. All right guys, we have this order loaded up, and we will see what happens when we take a $2 order, all in an effort to not lose our AR or have it drop below 70. So this is kind of the crap that happens when you let your AR get down to 72. So I forgot to charge my mics over the weekend, and they are not charged up, so I have to plug them into external batteries. So my mic and the receiver are both charging, and normally I have it up here, but now I'm kind of just floating it around. I'm sure it's picking up all kinds of extra noise, but anyway. But this one is 1.4 miles. It was closer when I was at the restaurant, so I don't know how. Yeah, that's very weird. I should have went the other direction. Why it's taking me this direction, I have no idea. Because now I gotta go a long ways around. And they just sent me a file message, and I don't know what that's gonna be. It's a GIF with Zach, whatever that dude's name, the Greek dude, and it just says thank you. I don't know, it looks like he's on crack cocaine or something. It's a weird GIF. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find this house. We'll be right back after we drop it off. I'll let you know what happens. So, alright guys. So, evidently that was my pro bono work of the day. I have been going for 1 hour, and I have a whopping $2. And here's another crap hole order for $4.25 for Popeyes for 3.8 miles. And I will accept that. So I'm going to run over to Popeyes. I have started eating my Cliff Bar, and I'm going to finish that off here. And I will catch you guys after we pick up Popeyes, and we'll move on from there. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so all the joys. I don't know what the deal is. So here's another theory, right? DoorDash knows they got you by the balls, and they are going to give you crap orders when you have a low AR, especially when they put so many like bonuses or positives for you keeping and staying in a certain status. So if you drop your status, then they get to take away whatever bonuses you might get, or not cash bonuses, but there's a couple little things I can think of, like this platinum pass You earn those if you stay platinum for 28 days. So there's that. They threaten you with low-paying orders. But if you're close to a low-paying order, they could easily build it into the algorithm to say, guess what? Send them some crap orders, and they have to take them unless they want to take a chance on losing their status. So I'm not too happy about that and the position I put myself in. So the reality is I need to pay attention and not let it get below 75. But I guess over the past, now granted it's been 100 deliveries, right, that it took me to get down to 72. But that's 28 deliveries over 100 that you declined. And so yeah, I don't know. Here's the hard part about moving your AR from 72 to like 82 or 92 is it's probably going to take you, because that's 20 bumps, right? But you did 28 tick downs over 100. So it's probably going to take you 60, 70 deliveries to go up 20 AR percentage points to get those off your record, so to speak. That's just the way it is. I mean, if you go 60 times 20%? 60 times 20% is only 12. So if you evenly disperse your declines, is that right? Let's say 30%, right? It would be 18. So if you did 60 deliveries and you're roughly 30% average declining rate, that's going to only bump you up about 17, 18. Man, this thing is so jacked up. So yeah, you're only going to get 17 to 18 bumps if it was, evenly dispersed throughout the 100. Sometimes declines go in bursts, though. I know the other day I jumped from 85 to 92 within what seemed to be one dash. And that's because one night I had 7 declines in a minute. And then I turned it off before I got another one. I just went home. That was like a month and a half ago. But just a few days ago, they finally came back around and all fell off at once. So, yeah, it's interesting that way. Well, this is going to be, I can promise you that if I stick it out for the full, what did I say, 3.5 hours, unless something drastic changes here, it is going to be easily the worst DoorDash ever. It would have to drastically change, because I'm already going on, that's 1 full hour, and I'm not even to $10. I'm not even to $7. It's going to be like $6 and some change after I deliver this, and that'll probably put me at it's 5 more minutes before I get there, an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm at $7, not even $7, $4 or $6 and some change. And I just can't even comprehend that. I can't comprehend it. So anyway, So this is the first rainy day I've dashed in a long time. And I think my tires are getting a little bit bare. I've noticed that in the dry, but now when it's wet, I'm feeling it as well. And I'm probably going to have to break down and get new tires over the next month or two. So yeah, that'll eat into my DoorDash money. And I gotta find some gas station because I'm riding on E here. Riding on empty. So fortunately, I'm going back here in the backside of Benton, and there's a Circle K back here. So I don't know exactly where I'm delivering this to. I have no earthly idea. It definitely was not. Well, it did say like 4 something miles. Well, what did it say? It probably did say 4 something miles. Maybe 3 something. I don't remember. Anyway. Alright guys, I'm going to get this delivered. We will check back with you to see how the numbers look as soon as we drop this off. See you in a sec. Alright, so this was, I'm just going to give you the numbers because I did restart the dash. So I'm got $6.25. That order was base pay $4.25, 0 tip. The first one was $2 with a 0 tip. I'm surprised that one was $2 or $4.25. So it just tells me that DoorDash did give me a little bit of boost in the pay because there was 0 tip, which I am appreciative of. I don't know what the deal is with people that are not tipping anymore. And those are few and far between, to tell you the truth, even if it's just $1. But I don't know, I find it incredibly rude when people don't tip your driver. And I get it. I accepted the order. I knew what it was on both of those. But it's still frustrating. If you're watching, you may be laughing and it's like, ha ha ha, you didn't get a tip, whatever. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in what comes around goes around. I just think it's all coincidence. But I do believe that if you're a decent person and you look and see what you get charged if you were to go pick it up yourself, and you spend that time, and then you think about that, and then you think about what you're paying this driver is $0 in the form of a tip. You're paying DoorDash, and you're paying DoorDash whatever DoorDash charges you to buy their food through DoorDash. But the driver tip is, yeah, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's kind of garbage. So it could very well be that, people need to look at DoorDash and say, okay, if people aren't going to be tipping on there, then I quit doing DoorDash. And they quit getting the quality service that I provide. Now, I can't speak to all DoorDashers. I know some people give crappy service, so it is what it is. But I just hate it when people more and more are doing like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and I am going to basically just see if I can get it as cheap as possible, and I don't care. You know, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. So 2 for $2 tonight on tipless orders. And I'm going to pull up in here and get some gas for $2.69 a gallon. So, alright, I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we just got us a little $2 cash order. And we'll take our chances to see what's going to happen with that. It's always hit or miss. The other day I got a $2 delivery and it was a $5 cash tip. So, you know, you just never know. Some days it's going to be 10, some days it's going to be 2, some days might not be anything. So we're going to take this and see what happens. We had made it almost to the point of no return in Benton. Then they sucked us back in with this Pizza Hut delivery. So we'll get this thing picked up, let you know how far we got to go, and then we'll see what it looks like when we get there. So see you back here in a second. Sit tight. Alright guys, so we picked up the one that's a cash order, and they threw on another one that was I don't know, it either says +6 or 6+. So it just might be +$6. I can't remember. But either way, we're gonna get these delivered and see if we can make a little bit of extra money here before everything gets shut down. I don't know if I'm going the right way, but maybe. Yep. It goes back on the back side of Benton, on the south side. All right. I normally have a lot of snacks, and this turns into this whole big meal of fruits and veggies and meats and cheeses and stuff. And today, I'm not a big fan of people that use that center lane as a like a speed up lane, right? It's not what it's meant for. It's not meant to be driven in. You get in the center lane to turn, whether you're gonna turn left across traffic or you're going to get into traffic going a direction, but you don't use it as an acceleration lane, like an on-ramp to the freeway. Just throwing that in, no extra charge. Alright, so guys, this is where we are. We have 2 orders so far for a grand total of $6.25. And we have been dashing for an hour and 50 minutes. We have 2 orders in the car that we are delivering right now. One is a $2 cash order. The other is a $6 order that may or may not have a plus sign on the end of it. So I'm hoping to break $10 at the end of these 2 deliveries for the day. Not for just the 2 orders, but for the day. That's how bad it is today. I don't know if it's because it's a rainy night on a Monday night. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe something was jammed up with the DoorDash app, not sending me signals. I don't know. It's just an odd Monday. And then the fact that I'm getting all crap orders. No decent orders at all. I understand why I'm getting cash orders, because there's not a lot of people that will set their Dasher up to accept cash deliveries. A lot of people think it's a surefire way to get robbed, because DoorDash encourages you to keep extra change in your pocket, which I keep some change in my pocket. I don't keep $1 bills though. So if you need change in ones, then I don't have it for you. Oh yeah. Alright. We're looking at 9/10 of a mile. 2 more minutes. So I'm going to find this place, get it delivered, and we'll catch you on the other side and see what the next order holds. So just bear with me. Alright guys. So that was a $24 order. Let's say 25, and they gave me 33, so that's a $8 tip. So that's not a bad deal. $10 on that delivery, including the $2 base pay. So yeah. All right, now moving on to the next one. Okay, it's telling me that it can't deliver here because provided address or map pin is wrong. Continue, confirm. Alright, I'm up to $8.25, $8.25 on 4 orders. So let's see where this other one's going. So I'm gonna send this other dude a message real quick, let him know I have his order and headed that way. I have no idea how far away it is. Boom, send that. Cheesy meme. And directions. 3 minutes. Where is this taking me? It looks like it's going. I don't know where this is taking me. I always hate this crap. I can't never tell. Okay. Alright, so 8/10 of a mile, 3 minutes. And I gotta try not to get ran over here. And fingers crossed this is going the right direction. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to find this house. We'll let you know if it's $6 even or $6 plus on the other side. So sit tight. I know you're sitting there with anticipation. Me too. So see you in a minute. Alright guys, we are back. Oh, that was a $6 plus order, and it was $10.24 total, making it more than double the other orders of the night. Now, granted, that's not counting the $8 tip, but we are now up to $8.49. That one was $10.24. It was $2 base with an $8.24 tip, so 2 back-to-back orders that were decent anyway. So really that's $26. So that's basically a $2 order, a $6 or a $4 order, both of them with no tips, and then 2 back-to-back $10 orders. So on the same delivery. So that helps out quite a bit. So 26 still in 2 hours. Still lacking considerably. So we got about another hour to go, and then we're gonna go home and eat some dinner. I got a lot of steps to do tonight as well, because it has not been a good day. I'm sitting at 3,000, so that means I don't know. I think I can get out this way. I know I can get out this way. So yeah. So I got 7,000 steps to do so far, and hopefully I don't have to do it wearing a rain jacket or an umbrella or inside my house, because I don't have a walking track inside my house. But it is what it is. Alright, so where do I go? I guess I'm gonna just go back into Benton and keep trying my luck there. All my orders are from Benton tonight. Now granted, I drove through Bryant and did not get an order, and then drove through Benton and didn't get an order, shut the app down, started the app back up, and then I started getting crap orders, and then drove around some more through Benton, and then finally came up with this one order that was a $2 cash order, and then that turned into a double stack with $20 total. So yeah, not bad on that last one. I need, like 3 or 4 more just like that though. 3 or 4 more just like that. So yeah, I'm not going to dash on Thursday or Wednesday or Friday of this week. I'm actually going to be using my DoorDash earnings to go on a trip with my 15-year-old. We are going to Seattle. They have a thing called PAX West, which is like a I don't know what you would call it, like a car show, except not for cars, for video games. So we went to the one in Boston last year, and it was freaking huge. They had this huge space. I don't know what I'm drawing blanks today. I need to start taking my ginkgo again or something, which I've never taken in the past, but it's not an arena, but it's basically a huge open space, an event center or something like that, where they do these big shows, or not shows but presentations and booths and all that kind of stuff. So but yeah, that place was huge. The events were large. The stage, they had stages. They had places where people could do gaming. They could bring your own computer. I don't know. They just had all kinds of stuff there. It was kind of crazy. So it was very interesting. Very interesting. So this year came around and I was like, hey, let's do the one in Seattle, because I've never been to Seattle. I've been to Seattle one time and I never stepped out of the airport, and I wasn't even supposed to go to that airport. I was going to Portland, but the flight somehow got diverted to Seattle, and then we had to change planes in Seattle to go to Portland. So yeah, I don't know why, or I don't remember why. It was a long time ago. But their airport was nice. I'll give them that. So yeah, we're gonna get up tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Wednesday morning early, and go do all that stuff. And now my phone is blacked out, and there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna drive around and see what we can do to get another order. I'm gonna drive through Military, which is where all the fast food places are here in Benton, and see if we can get anything. If not, I'm gonna drive on towards the middle, which is between Benton and Bryant, and see what's going on. So, all right, guys, appreciate it. I will be right back. All right, guys, we just accepted a little $6 plus order for a relatively short number of miles. So we're gonna run down parking lot for a while and see what it takes to get them to fix this up. I'm going to go ahead and proactively send this person a meme that says I'm on the way to get your food. So and then my fingers crossed, Little Caesars will have their stuff together and get it knocked out pretty quick. So I'm not gonna hold my breath, but fingers crossed they do. So alright, we're here and we'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, we got this stuff loaded up. 1.3 miles, 3 minutes. Alright, looks like we're going that way. Alright. Alrighty then, and it's changing directions on me all the time. Alright, so I think this one said $6 plus. So I know I had this conversation a few videos back where that plus sign can be very aggravating. Like the last order was $6 plus and it comes out to be $10.25-ish. And I've had them to where they're $6 and then you get there and deliver it and they give you $6.25. My question is, how does that whole process come into play? And why do they, I don't know. I don't have any comprehension as to why the plus sign is there. Does the customer know it's there? Does the customer initiate the plus sign? Does DoorDash initiate the plus sign? What's the deal? Does the customer say that they will pay X number of dollars up to, and depending on if it's on time, or the customer makes a decision at the time when the food arrives to say, hey, I'm going to give them more, because they don't have time to get their food and look at it to see if it was, handled correctly. So what's the deal? I mean, it immediately has that dollar amount in there as soon as I mark it as delivered. So that would be a question that I would like to know, is how does that work? If anybody knows, if anybody's a customer and you're watching this part of my video, let me know in the comments. How does the plus sign work on these DoorDash orders? Because they don't make any sense from a driver's perspective as to why sometimes there's a 25-cent tip or 25 cents extra on top of the plus, versus someone like that last one where it was $4 extra. So anyway, just wondering about how that works. And I've been to this street 100 times and mainly delivered to this old crappy house right there. But this one is down and across the street. And they got some old pickup trucks in the driveway. I don't see any numbers on the house, but I'm assuming this has gotta be it. Yeah. Alright guys, let me get this delivered. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so this one was how they're supposed to be. It said $6 plus and it turned out to be $12, so that was very nice of them. It was a $2 base pay with a $10 tip. So that's 3 orders in a row where we got $10+ on our order. So that is also much better than what we started out on, because it was horrible to start out. So that says 1 hour and 54 minutes, but really we've been 2 hours and 30 minutes. 5 out of 5 offers accepted. We're up to $30.49 plus $8, so $38.50. All right. So I am on the south side of Benton, and I'm on the east side, so I don't know, I may just drive up through town, make a U-turn and go back through. Not a whole, I don't know. I mean, I could just go start driving towards the other end, but either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to drive through Benton, make a U-turn and come back, see what happens. Maybe I'll get some more $10 pizza deliveries, fingers crossed. One $12 one from Little Caesar. Oh, here's a regular $6 order from Taco Bell. 2.4 miles, so we'll accept it and go in and deliver this Taco Bell. I'm right here. It might take them a couple minutes to get it knocked out, but fingers crossed they got it ready. $6 is not too bad. I wish it was the $6 plus variety, but yeah. All right guys, we'll see you when we get back. All right guys, it says it's 2.2 miles in 7 minutes. I gotta figure out probably the best way to get there. Might not be what the directions say, because there's no way I can get it out of here and down that street. Number one, I gotta go back. I can't go out that right there. So we will swing around, come out at the Goodwill over here. And it tells us to go a different way. So it's kind of half a dozen, six of the other. So we'll go this way. And yeah, we're gonna get it delivered. So, well, let's take a look here. I can't really tell. Can I? So we're at $30.49 plus this $6. That is going to put us, we're at 38 plus 6 is going to be what? 42? So yeah, we're going to be shooting for $50 tonight in a shortened night. I got about 50 more minutes, maybe about 45 after delivering this. Maybe I can get $8 more to hit 50. I didn't think I was going to get anywhere close, but the last 3 orders have been $10, 10 and some change, 10 and some change, and then $12. And then this one is $6, so 38 bucks. $38 in 4 orders, and yeah, we're sitting at 42 total. So yeah, I think we can hit $50. So that's going to be our goal, $50. I feel better now than I did earlier, just because that first 2 hours was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So yeah, anyway. So, and I'm almost caught up with all my videos. I need to try to get everything out there and edited and published, and then scheduled throughout the next few days. And I think 1, 2, I don't know if I'll make it through the weekend, truthfully, because I was about a week behind, and then I'm gonna take off 2 nights, which would be 4 episodes. So I've been catching up, and I'm gonna take a couple days off. So by the time I dash again, I might be totally caught up with videos, provided I can get all the videos that I have published and scheduled. Now, that might be a chore. I don't know if I can do that or not, but we'll try. We will try. I got tonight, I got tomorrow. I want to try to get to bed early tomorrow night. I never go to bed early, but I think we gotta leave around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I don't know what time our flight is. It's like, the flight might be at 7:30. So if we got up at 4:30, took a shower, and got out the door by 5:30, I would probably be okay with that on a Wednesday, because I don't think Wednesdays are big travel days in Little Rock. Alright guys, we're here at this house. We'll be right back. Alright guys, that one was $6 with $2 with a $4 tip. And it says 2 hours and 8 minutes, but really it's been about 2 hours and 45 minutes. $36.49 plus 8 is 40. What is that? I can't do math, I don't think, but 6 and 8 is 44. So $44. I just need about $6 more and I'll have 50. So not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so now the trouble with GPS is when you have it to get here, I wasn't really paying any attention to how I got here. I was just following the GPS. Now, how do I get back? How do I get back? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. I really don't remember this zigzagging through here, but here we are, Alcoa. I don't know that I've been in that neighborhood before. It always really just surprises me when I get to a neighborhood that I'm like, oh, I don't think I've been in that neighborhood before, because I've been doing this a year and a half and 3,000 deliveries, and yeah, I'm kind of surprised by it. Okay, so we're gonna drive back into Benton, take a look around, see what we can find. I'll let you know if we find something and what it is. Sit tight. Alright guys, we got a little $5 order at Lane's Chicken Fingers. I think it said 3 miles, so we're gonna run in and grab it. We're here and we'll catch you on the other side. Alright, we have our food loaded up. It is at some apartments across the freeway, so we are headed that way. I tell you what, we're gonna get it loaded, get it delivered, and then we will catch up on this and maybe make a determination if we're gonna try to get one more order. I might try to get one more order, or we might just wrap it up. If I wrap it up though, it's going to be a little bit short of the $50, and I really want to get $50, but we'll see. Alright, it says 6 minutes, 2.2 miles, so we'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I did not see what the total was there. Looks like we are at $41.49 plus the $8 cash tip, which would be $49. But I just took a $5 and some change order from Casey's, which is a convenience store right up the road here, and it was only like 2 or 3 miles, so, and I hit the pause button after this order, so it will be our last delivery. So our last delivery. All right. So, turned out to be not too bad. It took us 2.5 hours to get roughly $50, or 3.5 hours to get $50. That first couple hours were very tough. Mainly the first hour was very tough. The first hour and a half, I guess. The second, the last 2 hours were decent. It put us up there. I mean, it was probably a good hour and a half, and we had like 7 We had $6 and some change, and that's just not good. So, oh, this is a mistake. My tires are spalling in this wet weather, and I'm trying to jump on the access road when somebody's just barreling down and they won't get in the fast lane. And the rain's picking up a little bit. It's not overly like thunderstormy, it's just kind of rainy. It really doesn't look like the clouds are heavy enough to support rain, and yet it's raining. So it's got it nice and cool though. It's like 72 degrees. My air conditioner was blowing and I was like, I had to turn it down. I can't deal with the fan being off, but so I had to turn the temperature down. Alright, so we are at Casey's. I'm going to run in and grab this order. I'm not sure, it says 3 items is all it is. So most of the time they have that stuff bagged up for me waiting. And sometimes it's in the back where they make pizzas and stuff. Other times it's sitting at the counter. So we'll see where we're at. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this order is I don't know how to it's loaded up. They had a pizza and an A&W root beer. Oh dang it, I gotta go that way anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. And they laughed at an image. So I gotta go down, I gotta cross the freeway, make my way and loop around and go back down to the last apartment complexes I was just in. So it's starting to get a little dark. It's only like 7:22, so yeah. Alright, so this is the last order. We'll do a little wrap up of that order and our total as the day for the day when we deliver this pizza. So sit tight and see where we finish up. See you in a second. Alright guys, so there we are, finished for the day. We put in roughly 3.5 hours, even though on my thing it says 2 hours and 56 minutes, because I went the first over half an hour with no orders. We got eight offers and 8 deliveries for $47.24 plus an $8 tip on a cash delivery, so that would put us right at $55. So not too bad for today, and that's going to be the end of the day. Let me look at the earnings on here and just see what it looks like. 47. That's going to be the payout for the week as well. But the crazy part about that is that it's let's see, 2 hours and 56 minutes, 8 for 8. Let's look at the tip. 19 to 28, and another $8, so we're 19 to 36. So that's not a bad tip ratio there, even though out of those 8 orders, 2 of them had 0 tip. So not too bad. Let's see if our ratings changed at all. Ratings, acceptance, those 8 orders knocked out 2 AR's percentages. We moved from 72 to 78. Or no, 7. I'm not looking, but, and I don't know where that 8 came from, but 72 to 74. Still at 100% on completion rate. On time is 83. I don't know, did that jump up 1 or did that go down? I don't know. I think it was 82, now it's 83. Quality 100, so 4.99. 177 deliveries in the last 30 days. And Lifetime doesn't update until overnight, so we'll be at 3008. So another day dashing. We're finishing up a little early so I can spend some time at home before me and the kid go on this trip. I might post some live videos or something on the trip just to say, hey, this is where my DoorDash money is going. So anyway, so yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you sticking around. It's very beneficial to me that you stick around and watch it, even if you set it off to the side and let it play all the way through. Clicking the like button and subscribe, also great beneficial tools for me. It doesn't hurt anything just to click a like or a subscribe. And also we have the Facebook page, the Rambling Dasher, so feel free to follow us there. And don't forget those links down below. We've got all kinds of stuff in there, from our t-shirt shop to our Amazon store, a VPN if you need a VPN, if you need investments, like if you need a savings account that's online that pays you a lot better than what you get at your local bank, or if you want to start investing through some place like Robinhood. I totally recommend doing Robinhood. Set up maybe a Roth IRA for $25 a month into SPY or VOO. Look up those stock symbols and they will get you where you need to go for the long term, especially if you're just starting out. 25 bucks a week, and just set it and forget it, and you'll never miss that $25. That's why I tell people, if you're a dasher, figure out what does it take for you, what's your goal for every week, and whatever that goal is, if you hit that goal, then work 2 more hours, and whatever you make in that 2 hours, dump it into your account, and buy that SPY. If you can do that every week, then you will be a lot better off than I was when I turned 55. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while, and it's got quite a bit of money in there now. So anyway, I would just keep recommending do that long term, 10, 15, 20, 40 years. You'll have a nice bucket of money. So anyway, hey, I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, everybody that has subscribed, everybody that watches, and I wish you only the best. Be safe out there and have a good night. See ya.